Hello students, welcome to the sixth experiment of Object Oriented Programming Laboratory, second year Information Technology 2019 pattern. In last video, last practical, we have seen how to create the interface and how to implement that interface in the classes and how to call the methods with the help of runtime polymorphism. So in this video, we are going to make use of the exception handling mechanism of Java programming language, and with the help of it we can identify how to handle different kind of exception with the help of the try and catch mechanism present in Java. Okay, so let's see how to implement that, and let's see the practical statement present in the syllabus. So implement a program to handle arithmetic exception, array index out of bounds. The user enters two numbers, num1 and num2. Okay, the division of num1 and num2 is displayed. If num1 and num2 are not integers, the program would throw a number format exception. Number format exception. Okay, if number 2 were 0, the program would throw arithmetic exception and display the exceptions. Okay, so two exceptions are mentioned here, number format and the arithmetic, but it's mentioned array index out of bounds also. I don't know why array index out of bounds is given, but we'll try that one also, how to use the array index out of bounds exception, how to catch it. Okay, so I hope that you are knowing the concept of try and catch. When any kind of runtime error is occurred in the program will be accidentally terminated, and to stop the accidental termination of the program, we'll be making use of the try and catch mechanism in Java. This concept we call as the exception handling mechanism, and now in this program we are going to see the implementation of it. Let's open the code and let's create a new file here. Okay, so let's call it as exceptions. Okay, and now as told in the statement that we have to read two files from the user, so two numbers from the user. So let's take the scanner class by which you can read the data from the user. Okay, and in our main we'll declare two number, num1 and num2. One more also will be like result, where the result will be stored in the variable there. Okay, and in order to take the input, we have to create the object of the scanner class. Okay, fine. Okay, now first of all we'll just check to enter the number from the users, and then we'll perform the operations of it. So let's ask the user to enter the number. So enter the first number. Okay, and we'll read that number into num1. Okay, so just like next method is present there in dot next. Okay, so we need to check the exception number format. So next will read the string value. So what I require to do, I just can convert that into the numerical format like this. Okay, so parseInt integer wrapper class contains a parseInt static method by which the data read into the string format will be converting into number format. Okay, we need to handle number format exception, that's why I am using it. Else we are having a method called as next int also. Okay, the first method. Now second, let's read the second number. So here we'll have a num2. Okay, so both numbers are entered, and let's create a result. One more thing to remember, that this value should be integer. If they are not integer, exception will not be generated, means floating point number will not generate the exception. So I'll put number 2. Okay, and then finally print the result. Division is result. Okay, that's it. A simple code without exceptions I have created it here. Let's run it. Okay, first number is 12, second number is 3, division is 4. Exactly, I got the answer correctly. Now the case is that if I enter the number, okay, if I enter the number like this, okay, now you can check it out. What I got here, I got an exception. What is that? Number format exception. See this. When I enter the number in this particular pattern, okay, like that. So a number format exception is available, generated, and because of that program is accidentally terminated. This is the reason why number format exception occurs. And the second case is when I run this code again, 12 divided by 0. So I got arithmetic expression divided by 0. By 0 is the message which is connected with the respective arithmetic exception class. And you can identify on what particular line it's written, on line number 12. Okay, OOP package name dot exception class name dot method name, and in this particular file line number 12 carries that exception here. Line number 12 was having the exception, and in the first case, see, in the first case, like 2. Okay, you can check it out. Number format exception, and the message is for input string 2. The number format exception is there because the data is in string format and you cannot convert that into numerical format. That's why number format exception is raised. On what line? See, exceptions line number 9. So at line number 9 and this particular line, I got the exception because it's not matching with the numbers. So number format exception is thrown. Fine. So to handle the exceptions, so we have to make use of the try and catch. So try. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's create an indent here. Complete it and catch. Arithmetic exception E. Okay, and let's print the message. Okay, denominator is 0. Okay, that's the reason why exception is there. Okay, fine. One more thing we'll do, we'll print that result out of the. Okay, we'll keep it as it is, not worry. So you can write in finally also. Okay, so catch the arithmetic exception and we'll catch. Okay, multiple exception catching is also possible. So let's catch number format exception. Okay, and input is wrong. Okay, that's my message. When the input is wrong, number format exception will be caught and this message will be printed. Fine. And program will not be accidentally terminated, it will just show it. Remember that. So this is how I have added it. Correct. Fine. Now let's try. Let's catch these exceptions here. So let's run it. First number is 12, second number is 0. You can check it out. It's showing denominator is 0 because the arithmetic exception is raised and it is caught by the catch arithmetic exception E, and we are printing denominator is 0. Okay, without accidental termination of the program. Fine. And in second case, I'll run the code. Here I'll enter 12 divided by TWO. Yeah, input is wrong. Correct, because here number format exception is raised and that's showing input is wrong, which is written over here in number format exceptions. Okay, like this we are going to catch it. Any kind of exception is raised, we can catch it, we can print a respective message, we can override the accidental termination of the program by this particular mechanism here. It's also mentioned in the program that in this problem statement that we have to handle arithmetic exception, sorry, array index out of bound exception. When it is raised, I'll just show you. Let's create a okay. So I'm creating an array of 12 elements here, and what I'll put in the x15 element. Okay, I'll be putting 89. Correct. Okay, so my everything will be correct. Only this statement will raise an exception. Line number 16, because you can check it 12 spaces are reserved, but I'm saving something at 15th location. Even on 12th location also you can't store it. 0 to 11 are available there. At 15 location I am storing 89. Correct. Now everything I need to put correctly. 12 divided by 3. Okay, answer is 4. Correct, answer is 4. But after that, here we are getting the error. Line number 16, check. Line number 16 is here. X of 15 is equal to 89. That is array index out of bounds exception. That also we can catch. Okay, that also we can catch. We are getting array index out of bounds exception. And because of this, when you are accessing something which is not within the range of lower and upper bounds of the array, so we will get an exception, something like that. Array index out of bounds exception. Okay, so in this way this exception may occur, so it's not required. So we need to handle it also in the same way that's written over here. Catch, array index, outer bound exceptions, E in this way. So let's go to the program statement again. So what I have done, they are not integer, the program would throw a number format exception. If number 2 is 0, then the program will throw an arithmetic exception and display the exception. That's it. That's how we have done it. Okay, one more thing, I'll just show you. Showing display the exception. So I just can write the message of it, E. Okay, here also plus E. Okay, what message is printed, that I will be printing after the message, my own message, and then E object I am printing as it is on the screen. Okay, so 12 divided by 0. See that message is given here, denominator 0, and this exception is raised. Java.lang.arithmetic exception divided by 0. Okay, and same case for second also. If I write 12 and TWO. Okay, so check it out. Java.lang.number format exception for input string 2. That's it. Okay, this is why the reason is there. You can print it, you can display the message, you can perform operation of handling the exception by this particular method here. So try the program, check the output. In next session, we are going to see the generics in the Java programming, which is equivalent to the C++ template. Thank you.